Today is the first day of my change the way I eat experiment. Yesterday for dinner, I realized I had nothing to eat, so I went out and bought some rotisserie chicken. And as I got home, I divided it into pieces so that I would have some to eat today and tomorrow as well. I'm having breakfast at the moment. I could call it brunch because it's almost noon. Um, but this is my breakfast, and I am going to have lunch and dinner. The reason why I decided to have this is even though I know what I have to do, the plan I have to do to change the way I eat, it is not ready yet, and I need the food for the meals anyway. So I decided in the first days to have what I had for dinner for breakfast. And if I have nothing or I don't feel like eating it, then eating eggs. Now, this is always my um, what I'm doing, my experiment. So the thought process is what I had for dinner at breakfast. I don't want to go through the huddle of thinking, what should I eat in order to have enough calories and nutrients to provide me enough food to last until lunch without feeling hungry. The work I need to do today is to find a list of meat, fish, and non or vegan proteins that are the best to prevent what I have been feeling: exhaustion, sluggishness, and forgetfulness. Then go through that list and find which are the best, which are the ones I should eat more often, which are the ones I should eat less often, and at the same time find one of the a list of the bad ones, because just because I'm going to eat the good ones doesn't mean I shouldn't be aware of the bad ones, just in case I don't buy them by mistake, because if I don't know, I might do that. List by myself um, with um, and the protein sources, and then I'm going to look for vegetables, but that's going to be tomorrow, and then the fruits, and that's going to be the day afterwards, and then the fats, and that's going to be another day. And in one side I'm going to have the good ones, so the proteins, meat, fish, and non-vegetable ones by order, and in here, right in front of it, I'm going to be right for what. So let's say salmon. What is it good for? I should know. I don't, but I'm going to write in here. And I'm not going to write everything salmon is good for. I'm just going to write what salmon is good considering what I'm feeling. Is it good for exhaustion? Is it good for sluggishness? Is it good for forgetfulness? That's what I write here. And the bad ones, same. I don't know about food, but whatever. I would write it bad food here, and I would do the same in this side. What is it bad for? Is it for the sluggish? Does it promote the sluggishness? Does it promote the exhaustion? Does it promote forgetfulness? So that when considering, let's say, it's a bad food that I do like to eat, I will see it's a bad food, and I will know how it affects me. If it's exhaustion, I will probably stay out of it. But if it's forgetfulness, well, if I really like the food, I will allow myself, not regularly, but I will allow myself, because I don't want this to be a restrictive thing. What I want is to make sure that I eat healthy 3 times a day so that I have the energy to endure the day, to do the things I need to do. And once in a while, if I feel like eating something that might not be as good for me, do it without the heavy conscience that besides eating that time, I do it every day and every meal. Well, today I'm going to fulfill this list with the proteins. And as I said, the next day with the other things. In the meantime, what I'll be eating is this. I'll make food as I usually have been for 3 days, but instead of putting it in the fridge, I'll put it in the freezer so that when the chicken is over, I will have ready to eat meals. And next week, I will deal with something else. So today's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. On Thursday, I'll be looking for the recipes of for the meals I like, and include the foods I have found to be the best in those recipes, so that I can do them, so that I can make those. And I suppose next week, yeah, I will start. I will start experimenting the the way to make food. So I have been doing it once a week, and I'll make a list of the several ones, and then start experimenting those, because I will already know what to eat, and I will just have to do it in order to get the meals for every day, and in the way that is best for me, that doesn't disrupt me as much. The set point, know how to shop, cook, prep, and include it in life. As for the remembering the meals, for instance, I'm having breakfast now. As I said, it's almost noon. I got up relatively late. I lazed around, and I got thinking, well, I have to have breakfast. This is the first day, and I don't know what to eat. That's why I decided to have the dinner I had yesterday. And um, I forgot what I was going to say. This is why having a script is important. But um, so next week I'm going to try these meals. Oh, I didn't have to remember that to have the meal because it's breakfast. I usually wake up with hungry. Well, it takes me a while before I eat, but breakfast is okay. I'm good with breakfast. Lunch usually is the forgotten one. So I'll be testing that during the week, and I will let you know next week which or what was the best way I found to make sure I remember when to eat, and make sure I would eat it at the time that I was remembered. I hope this has helped.